Migrants arriving in the city are finding help with Catholic Charities of New York, but the group is now asking the government to help with the massive influx of people who have been bussed up from the Texas border.
Their request comes as more buses are expected to arrive in New York City very soon. The nonprofit is calling the situation a crisis, but still welcomes asylum seekers with open arms. Joining us this morning to discuss it, Timothy Cardinal Dolan. So nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Hey, good morning, Bianca and Rosanna. I appreciate the invitation.
So, okay, I know you met with asylum seekers yesterday, and we're hearing Catholic Charities is strained at this moment with helping these asylum seekers. What can be done?
Well, first of all, I thought it was providential, Rosanna, Bianca. The lead-in, the little music was heaven is a place on earth. And in spite of all the challenge and in spite of all the difficulties yesterday when I visited with dozens and dozens of these asylum seekers, they acted like they were in heaven. They had arrived after an arduous journey. Their families, they were together as a family. They had been fed. They had been welcomed. There was some hope of at least getting some type of settlement. And I'm just so grateful that Catholic Charities in the Archdiocese of New York and the good people that support it, that were able to do that. But you were right. I don't want to be too overly bubbly here, because even though right now things seem to be in order and we're able to we probably met and helped about 1,500 people that have come through within the last month or so. We do worry that if the situation is not reformed a bit, or if additional help does not come in from the federal government, we worry that it's really, really going to be strained and even more difficult.
So let me ask you, Cardinal.
Sure.
Have you called the President of the United States? Because obviously we're at a crisis. Governor Abbott, he's pulling his hair out. I think that they said there's 4 million migrants in the last 18 months have passed through Texas. 4 million. He's asked the president for help. Now, I guess the only reason why he's getting a lot of attention now is because he's busing them to cities like New York City. Who can reach out to the president and say, we got a crisis on our hands right now? Because it is. I mean, you said Catholic Charities is strained. I mean, what will happen? Will the rubber band break?
Yeah, here's the thing, and I've been in touch with Governor Hochul. I know Monsignor Sullivan keeps in touch with Mayor Adams. We can't do this by ourselves. We're trying our best. This is not just a challenge for New York. This is not just a challenge for Texas. One may have criticisms of Governor Abbott's handling of this. I understand some do, but at least we agree with him that it's not just a challenge for Texas. It's a challenge for the nation. It's a challenge for the United States of America, which has traditionally risen to the occasion in welcoming people who are in trouble, like these asylum seekers and immigrants. So you are right. The federal government needs to come through. And yes, we are advocating. Have I personally talked to President Biden? No, but our bishops' conference in Washington, D.C. has been energetically advocating for them. My brother bishops in Texas, with whom I'm in contact a lot, they sure are. We are here in New York. So let's hope that the message goes through. I'm so grateful. Yesterday, Bianca and Rosanna, all I heard from my Spanish is hardly the best. I would have been better in Italian, Rosanna. But what I kept hearing from these magnificent immigrants is, thank you, America. Thank you, New York. Thank you to the church. Thanks to the people. They're just beaming and grateful for what's being done. But you're right. How much longer we can do it without some added help from the outside? I don't know.
Cardinal Dolan, I think some people would say that you are getting help from the outside in forms of taxpayer dollars. This is under government contracts. This is to facilitate migrants coming here. Government contracts have been awarded to Catholic Charities to help that facilitation. Isn't it just a simple ask for more money from the federal government?
Yeah, Bianca, that's a good clarification. Actually, the money we have now, if I understand correctly, that's coming through, thanks be to God. Yes, Catholic Charities has money. Yes, our generous benefactors are coming through. Yes, other philanthropic, community-based organizations are coming through, but it's not enough. the money that we're getting now from the government, which, by the way, belongs to all of us, is more from the city and we hope from the state. So far, if I understand correctly, we haven't gotten federal funds. And we need this because this is a national challenge. It's just not local. So I'd be with Mayor Adams. I'd be with Governor Hochul. I'd even be with, in some degrees, Governor Abbott and saying, come on now, we can't handle this by ourselves.
Yeah. Well, you bring up Mayor Adams. I'd just love to pick your brain on this topic because, you know, we've talked to him about the busing of migrants to which she explained is inhumane and it's un-American, that, you know, that the governor of Texas is busing them here to New York where we're able and legally providing them with help and shelter. What are your thoughts on Mayor Adams kind of saying that?
He's got a point. Now, he's also very proud, as he's expressed, and I would share in that gratitude, for New York's traditional legacy of living up to, of earning the honor of having the Statue of Liberty in our port, that this is a place where people have been welcome. So we're very proud and grateful for that. We don't want to shy away from that responsibility. But the mayor's correct. This is not a good way to do it, darn it. Look, I don't have a lot of data on how to fix the immigration crisis that we're in. Everybody, there's a lot of different opinions. Everybody agrees that it's really broken badly, and we need to get this in order. That's the genesis of the problem. We haven't had a comprehensive immigration reform since Ronald Reagan was president. We almost had a bipartisan plan, as you all probably know, especially if you search the archives, in George Bush II. But it didn't go through. The Democrats and the Republicans can't get together on this, and we're seeing the consequent sadness and the quasi crisis that we're in. So I think what voices are saying, like Mayor Adams, like Governor Abbott, like Governor Hochul, is let's fix this, okay? Let's get to the root of this, because unless we reform the system, we're not going to be able to keep welcoming this people and respecting their human dignity if they're coming in such a haphazard way. And that's where I think we got to get together.
So, Cardinal, what will you do with the children of these migrants? Are you going to try to find a place for them in Catholic schools, or are you hoping that Mayor Adams takes them in the public schools?
Glad you asked. I think both are going to do it. I know the government schools of the city of New York have said we have a duty, and we Catholic schools have said the same. We're a bit adept at it. You all might remember there's been a couple occasions in the past where you were kind enough to ask me to come on. For instance, after the terrible earthquake in Haiti, we were able to welcome some of those children, and we had about 600 of them in our schools. After the Afghan crisis, now, even before the current challenge of the Latin American refugees, we were getting ready to welcome some refugees from Ukraine. And part of that is see these folks, Bianca and Rosanna, what moved me is they're not moping, they're not mourning, they're not saying, hey, we're entitled to your help. They're saying, thank you, can you help us get settled? Can you help me find some work? And can you get my kids in school? That's all they're hoping for. And we got to rise to the occasion, and we're doing it in our Catholic
Yeah,
school.
I know. It sounds like an easy ask, but listen, this is New York City, and you know it's not easy to get your kids in school. It's not easy to find a job to survive in this town. You know, this is a tough town. You wonder, like, you get them settled for the moment, but what's the long-term consequences? And you talked about Catholic Charities being strained. Like, how much longer can you keep accepting this?
Well, we don't have a choice because we have a sacred responsibility to do it. Lord knows we didn't ask for it. And Lord knows we might be saying, hey, I wish this were a different way. But here's the difficulty we have, and we want to rise to the occasion. But you're right, Rosanna, and you're especially perceptive, and there's kind of a transitional answer here. So you get the people fed, you get them new clothes, you get them, you see if there's any medical needs, you get them temporary shelter. That's transitional. That's tough enough. Tougher is to get them settled. But you know what? We Americans are pros at that. If you and I could go to a seance and ring up our great-great-grandparents, they'd tell us how it happened, because they arrived here in the same way. They arrived here on a boat carrying all the belongings in the world. Mine came from a famine-struck Ireland with nothing, all right? And it worked. Took a while, but it worked because America has that magic to be able to make it happen. So that's what we want to see. That's what we're hoping clicks in. The other thing too, Rosanna, don't you, every time I walk the streets of the city, as I usually do, looking for a slice of pizza, I'm seeing, all I see is signs, help needed, help wanted. When I go in to stores and all, they're saying, we don't have enough help here. So please God, we're able to get some of these people settled. Let's try to hook up needs on both sides, the needs of these people coming in and the needs of our city to need responsible, energetic workers.
Wouldn't that be nice? Timothy Cardinal Dolan, always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Good to be back with you. I'm on vacation. I'm going back to bed, okay?
I doubt that. Thanks, Cardinal Dolan.